Yo, so what's good, everybody? This is the Mostly Bullshittin podcast. Uh,
I'm Mike.
I'm Brandon. And basically, this is the catch-up discussions between three ex-college roommates. Well, Solomon's not here, uh, but he'll be back next week. And we just basically give our serious takes about the important and interesting and impactful topics of the world. We go into great detail about their nuances, but honestly, we mostly bullshitting. So this week, Mike, you always start. What you got for us this week?
So the J. Cole album just dropped.
Yep. I haven't
So I
listened to it
figured,
yet.
haven't listened to it yet, of course.
Nah,
Um,
of course.
but
Yeah, no.
I feel like you've always been a little low key. You always had a little distaste for J. Cole.
It's not just J. Cole though. But
What?
I mean, like, it's. I think J. Cole is technically a great rapper.
Okay.
But it's
That's it.
like,
Okay.
yeah, but I just was I'd be kind of disappointed when he bite other people's flows instead of kind of trying to create his own flows. I think he's a great producer though. I think he like produces some of his stuff. Actually, no, he's that Kill Edward person, huh?
Yeah, I think so. Like that's
No,
a
never
little
mind,
alter
never mind. I got
ego.
yeah, I got that confused with somebody else. Um, but I don't know. He says some weird stuff sometimes. Like when he
I
said,
mean, a lot of rappers got some questionable lines though. Like that's common in the rap community, like to have some questionable lines.
yeah, it just be funny when people be saying like he the goat, and I'll be like, man, that's crazy to me.
Yeah. So I mean, I fucked with the album. I mean,
Yeah,
I
no, he's
I
a
just
good
fuck with
rapper,
J.
man.
Cole. I
Yeah,
just
he's a
fuck
good
with J.
rapper.
Cole in general. But like I thought the production was amazing.
Yep,
I thought the
he has
delivery was
good
great.
beat selection. That's what I meant to say.
Yeah. Like and he carries that his flow on the beats are,
Mm-hmm.
it's very like fluid.
Mm-hmm.
And like in what impresses me about him is that like it's also like that live. Like he doesn't skip a beat. Like he literally pronunciates every single word that he spits when he's on stage, and like I think that's really impressive.
Yeah.
Um, but
Mm-hmm.
anyway,
That's what I'm
since
saying.
you
Like technical ability, like he's really like up there. Technical ability,
mhm.
like being able to spit like that, because that's hard. That's hard to do. That requires a lot of practice and training. So I give him his props for that, and then I give him his props for just how he's able to craft a song, to make it cohesive for one, and also sound good. But I don't. It's not. It's something. Is for me is just like kind of like not like novel, I guess. He's not trying to do something new. I don't think he's like pushing boundaries or like being a pioneer in the rap game. Because when I hear the people call him a GOAT, I'll be like, he's not on that level to me. He's not this is I don't know, like, are you done talking about the J. Cole album? Do you have
Yeah,
anything else to
that's what
say
I was
about it?
thinking. I was thinking we might as well just transition right in to
Yeah,
the,
cause yeah,
the
to the real topic, right? Because this
yeah,
is what we
yeah.
really be talking about. Like, who's your top five rappers? And I'm just gonna say alive because a lot of rappers have died. Some recently that were like legendary. You know what I'm saying? So rest in
Mhm.
peace to them. And so you got to really just like one honor them, but then also appreciate people while they're still alive because there are some amazing rappers right now. They might be old, but we got to think about who are like the greatest like career wise rappers, like pioneer wise rappers, top five that are alive right now. Who's your top
So
five?
so so I figure we can do like my personal top five, and then like
Right,
who
right.
like the true top five. So
I think that's
I mean,
amazing. Yep. I'm with
okay.
that.
So I mean, I gotta put Cole in in my top five, of course. Kendrick
Your personal top five?
in my personal, yeah.
Cool, cool, cool.
Kendrick. I'm gonna put Hove in there.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, fuck, I had a like I already thought it through. Who was the other one? Oh, Wayne. Wayne is there just because like he just got a special place from like middle school listening to his mixtapes. Like
Mm-hmm.
that was just like what a time.
Yeah.
Um, And then, man, who I put, and that's not in any kind of particular order. And then, man, I don't know. I can't think of a fifth. That's a tough one. Who's yours? And then I'll put some more thought into my number 5.
Wait, but that's your personal one?
Yeah.
But what about your like actual one?
Oh, okay. Well,
alive though.
So like I feel like to say this, like you have to like set a criteria of what you're putting in, the GOAT criteria. So like longevity, lyrical ability, like what are the categories that we're touching on to define the top 5 rappers? Because everybody likes everyone likes different styles. So like that's why you have to kind of quantify it somehow.
Right. So let's both agree on some criteria before we start that. That's a good idea too, man. So like I think longevity is a good one.
Yeah.
I think innovation is a good one.
Yep. Innovation.
And you gotta also, of course, do numbers.
Right. Lyrical ability.
But see, I don't know about lyrical ability. That's a little subjective of a topic.
Yeah, it's subjective. Yeah.
That's a little bit subjective of a topic. Now, when I say innovation, I don't feel like that's so subjective, because it's sort of like, is he like the first person to do this, and then, or he or she, I guess, but is this person the first person to do this, and then everybody
did
else
it bring in a new did it bring in inspire a whole generation of new rappers? Yeah. Right, okay. Right. So longevity, innovation, numbers.
Yeah.
Any other categories? I think those are probably like the top 3. I would like maybe
authenticity. They gotta write their own shit.
Yeah.
And I think those are good.
All right. But like, what about, so like do they have to write 100% of their shit, or can like
100%?
Okay.
No, bro, we're talking about top 5 all time. 100%.
Okay. All right, then. No. Okay. So, I mean, if that's the case, then like I'm not saying like he's number 1, but I feel like Eminem would have to be in the top 5.
Eminem's not in my top 5, but he's an honorable mention.
Okay.
He's a 6 for me.
Okay. I mean, Jay-Z has people like, so Jay-Z can't be in it then, because he's had. I feel like he's had, like you said, like they have to write 100% of their stuff. Like I feel like I've heard somewhere that like Jay-Z may have had.
Is it a rumor?
I mean, okay, so if it's a rumor, then like we can ignore it.
Hold on. Let's look at like what's Jay-Z's best album? The Blueprint or Reasonable Doubt?
Yeah, Blueprint, Reasonable Doubt.
Okay, let's just look at the Blueprint.
I mean, I'm pretty sure, like I'm talking about like probably later in his career, like if people like assisted with the song, you know what I'm saying? But
I mean,
like I'm sure he writes most of it. Or like, well, he say you don't write shit, it's all off the top, but
well, if you use a sample, you have to, and you use a vocal sample, you have to sometimes, credit that person as a writer.
Okay. Well, then, I mean, either way, like Jay-Z was in my top 5, like personal, so I'm still putting him in the overall. Like, and he might be number 1.
And like, I don't know if he really like, because sometimes maybe it's just to like break somebody off some bread. You know what I'm saying? Like they were in the studio with you, helping you create the song, and so you're just gonna give them credit so that they can, get bread off of the song forever. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't know how deep that is when it's like you got hella writers creds, I mean, as long as he's never not a name in the writer's credit, I feel like that's
Okay.
like,
All right. Then if that's the case, yeah. All right. So then
yeah,
Jay-Z, number one. He's probably the oldest, like, well, he's like one of the oldest rappers, still very relevant. Like if Jay-Z drops an album, everyone's gonna go listen.
yeah.
You know, you have to be innovative to be in the game that long. With different kind of like concepts behind his albums, great production. Always did numbers, and he's authentic. So I got to put Jay-Z in at number one. Then, man, if we're talking like, and so where does Kanye fall into this then? Because like Kanye, he's done both. Like that's like super. He's been super innovative, but like
Super
he's been
innovative,
innovative with
but
the beats. Like he's been innovative with the production.
yeah,
Like not necessarily like his.
but he definitely has ghostwriters that have like
Yeah.
written
Oh
the
yeah. Yeah.
entire
You're right.
verses.
You're right. Okay. So that disqualifies Kanye. Um. So we're doing a live. So then I'd put Kendrick somewhere in there. Um.
Yeah.
For. I mean, but he may not have quite the longevity,
Kendrick
but
has
like
the most longevity.
I mean, compared to Jay-Z, but like Jay-Z.
In my opinion, like for how long Damn has been like consistently like I think it broke like some type of Billboard record.
Yeah, but like the thing is, like, so Kendrick has what, like four
I don't think Jay-Z's had
albums.
I don't think Jay-Z's had an album that's been relevant for that long. For as long as like Kendrick's albums have been relevant.
All right. So yeah, I mean, Kendrick was in my top five faves, so like he's in my top five all time as well.
Plus that nigga got a Pulitzer Prize. That's some
Yeah, true. I mean, I remember when I was saying that To Pimp a Butterfly was the greatest rap album of all time, like because I mean that was innovation and like it was different and authentic, like so. Yeah, definitely put Kendrick. Every album he has is definitely different, and you get a different feel from what you're listening to. So, I feel like, Good Kid, Mad City, and I like that just takes us back to freshman year. Like it's just straight bangers, like, but still, like it was like a really good mix of music. Just like gave you like the full like intro to like Kendrick's capabilities, kind of. And then,
man. But like even before that, like his
oh yeah,
mixtapes were
section,
hard.
yeah,
Section 80 and Overly Dedicated.
mm-hmm.
Those were crazy.
Yeah. So then I got Jay-Z, Kendrick, Eminem. We're talking alive, man. I know you ain't gonna like it, but maybe I mean Cole like he's in it for me. I'm sorry.
J. Cole, Jermaine.
Cole. Yeah. I mean, like for me,
That was funny.
like because Cole, like, because he also like he's put out a lot of like quality projects in my opinion, like and three of them were like for free, like there were mixtapes. Obviously his most notable mixtape is Friday Night Lights.
You feel like he's innovative,
but I feel like he touches, he really knows how to like touch on like your emotions, to me.
You feel like people are copying J. Cole right now, or he'll copy like popular rappers. Other popular rappers are copying J. Cole's style to become popular. That's what you're saying?
No, but like it's because they can't, though. They can't copy his style, like because they wouldn't be able to.
What is his
Like
style? Because like there's a lot of emotional rappers. You think he's the best emotional rapper?
I mean, for me, like for me personally, like I when you talk about like emotional rappers, like I can't necessarily relate to a lot of the other type of like emotional rap, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like I can relate to a lot more of J. Cole's lyrics and story versus another type of like emotional rapper.
Mm-hmm. So that's a good point. Like sometimes, like our background, if we have like a similar background to someone, we can relate to them a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So it's like, oh, because I've been through that same similar experience, I feel like he's a better rapper because he's speaking to my personal experience, to my lens of reality. But if I
And
feel like
then
if well, continue, what were you about to say?
I was just saying, like, and I know I'm biased in that aspect, so that's why, like, I know it was like all like, it's a debatable subject to put him in the top 5 all time.
Very debatable.
Top five alive though, because like we're saying alive.
Very
Um,
debatable.
and then so other one would be Wayne.
Wayne.
So like essentially like my top like I guess my top 5 ended up still being the same as my personal top 5 ended up being the same as the overall top 5.
I don't know how
So
legit this is. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how legit this is. Or you
all
just
right,
have
so
great taste, like you you're just the most
I mean
non-player shit, bro.
so then who are yours then?
Oh man, so I would say Jay-Z, Kendrick for sure, Wayne for sure. The person I thought you missed, and maybe I'm just biased, but E40.
Yeah, I think you biased.
You got biased by saying E40 just because he writes his own stuff. He's authentic. People copy his style.
But when's the
He's
last like
he's
I haven't heard from E40 in like I don't like when's the last like project he put out?
he puts out projects all the time.
But
But
they
he's what are you about to say?
so then that's where so but I feel like they're not like top projects. Like they're not like
Wayne doesn't put out top projects anymore.
I guess, but like I feel like I'll run to listen to Wayne before I'll run to listen to E40. And
Mm,
like I feel like a lot of people like you have a personal bias because he's from the Bay.
right.
Like outside of the Bay Area, like I don't think E40 is the like quite the like he's a Bay Area legend and a rap legend, but he's not like on the tier of that stardom because you also said we had to consider numbers, and I don't think his numbers are there to like put him in the top.
Right.
And so like that's where like J. Cole also like he puts up crazy numbers. Like he just broke hella records with this last album release. Like so numbers are a big part of it. So
It's a it's in a different era too because we got streaming. The music is so accessible now.
mhm.
You know what I mean? You don't even have to pay for it to listen to an entire album. You just go on YouTube,
Yeah,
SoundCloud, or something.
and I feel like people who like listen to E40, they're probably a bit older heads. Like they probably still prefer to like listen with the CD, like actually get the CD or buy the album that way.
Right.
Um, so like that's why his numbers might not be as big because like his crowd isn't really streaming his music like that.
Right. But if there was more accessibility, do you feel like E40 maybe have been a bigger rapper back in the day in like 2004?
Like if they had streaming in 2004.
Right. Or even before that, like in the 90s.
Yeah, I mean, but like you can say that about a lot of the rappers that came up in that time.
Right. That's what I'm saying. So like when we look at the numbers,
like Mike Jones probably would have fucking I don't know. He had some hits.
Right. So that's what I'm saying. When we look at like the numbers, is it really like, because these streaming numbers, right? The music is so much more accessible.
But like to compare someone from like that kind of era that we put in the top five was Jay-Z. So like, Jay-Z and Eminem, like they came up, they're coming up like around the same times. So like they were able to hit those numbers at that level, but like E40 wasn't. And so like that's kind of where you have to put the differentiation. Same thing with Wayne. Like Wayne kind of, I would say like Wayne kind of started to not, I don't want to say fall off, but like he exited his prime kind of when the streaming era was starting.
So
But
what's
like,
so what's like top numbers? Like, do you have to have like a platinum album?
yeah, I'd say yeah, you got to have or multiple platinum hits or a platinum album.
See, E40 got multiple platinum hits. That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm just talking about songs more so than
But like,
projects.
but
Like
then maybe we should
clear
say double
cuts,
platinum.
double platinum albums, like double two
Yeah,
times or more.
yeah, because I'm sure like all the other people we mentioned, they for sure have double platinum something.
Okay. Okay.
Because we gotta separate great from legendary in this scenario. So
Yeah,
like,
this is legendary for sure, for sure.
yeah, like I'm not saying like E40 like he's a phenomenal rapper, like Bay Area legend, but like as far as entire rap community legend, it's kind of hard to break that, like they break that seal.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, that's a good point, man. So I'm more looking at it as like songs. Like E40's been like very long, like had that longevity, but you're right, man. He's not really, I guess he doesn't have like that the numbers. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
But I would put
like
one
he
person, and this is my personal that I put over Cole any day is 3 Stacks.
oh yeah, I've been knowing you you love Andre 3000, but the thing about him is, does he really, like when he puts stuff out, it's very high quality, but he doesn't put stuff out often. And
Yeah.
so like that's my criticism of him, is that like when's the like last full on project we've heard from him?
Uh Man, it's been a minute.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah,
so like
he does
while
features though still.
yeah, like his features are always fire, guaranteed. Probably has the greatest feature ever in fucking International Players Anthem.
Exactly.
Um,
And
but
throw them D's.
yeah, so but like with 3 Stacks, like while like he'll always be relevant, I just feel like he you can't give him the numbers because he doesn't put out enough.
Because it's not enough content out there.
Yeah, like like it's easy to put out, a few pieces of quality content, once a year or so. But to be
Right.
able to put out entire projects of quality once a year, once every 2 years, like that's a different story. And I think that maybe that should be like another criteria, is the quantity and quality and quantity of the work that they put out.
So it's quality plus quantity.
Yeah.
Mm. So how many albums do they have to have in terms of, because we yeah,
See,
quality is the numbers, right? Is just the
yeah.
objective numbers, and then quantity would be
Uh,
how many albums?
um, I'd say like at least 5 albums.
For sure. 5 albums. That's what's up.
Yeah.
Does J. Cole have 5 albums? Does Kendrick have
Uh,
5 albums? Like,
yeah.
that's what
See
I'm
that's
saying.
just see
Like,
so that's where like it was difficult for me to put like Kendrick and Cole, because like yeah, they don't have, but I'm pretty sure. So Kendrick has Section 80, um, what's it called? Good Kid, Mad City, To Pimp a Butterfly. Damn. Oh, that's 4. But you can kind of count Overly Dedicated or Untitled Unmastered. Like those were projects. So like we don't have to say albums, just
oh,
projects.
projects.
Yeah, so they can be mixtapes included.
But those didn't do numbers. Like Overly Dedicated. I mean, I guess it maybe like after the fact, after Kendrick gets big, like people are starting to like listen to it. But for the most part, the average person who likes Kendrick Lamar, I don't think they're listening to Overly Dedicated.
True. But I mean, like, you also have to like give them time to grow, per se. So like, obviously, like the talent was there, but with Kendrick, like all he needed was the proper production and just to be in like the right place with the right people and shoot him to stardom. So like, so in that aspect, like I'll still give it to Kendrick just because like he's put out like, because even though like it didn't put out numbers, it was still quality, I would say. Like there was still great content in the album. Like even though like maybe it wasn't, it's not, obviously it's not as big as his other works, but like it wasn't a bad album, I would say.
Right. No, I don't think anyone has like a problem with it, but it's just sort of like unrefined. Like it's not like the same quality as just in terms of production. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but you can give him that like growth phase. You don't even have to count Overly Dedicated. You can still get to 5 if you count Untitled Unmastered. And so that's why I think Kendrick still deserves to be there. So, man, who else, man? Like,
oh no,
like
it was on me. It was on me because you said your part already.
Yeah.
Yeah, no. I was gonna say 3 stacks, but you're saying for the 4 albums. I mean,
yeah, well, we can
for
say
show
4.
has 4 albums.
Okay, so I mean, then it's valid because if you argue, like you can definitely argue, like say that he carried Outkast. So like, so I'll give that to him.
Right. So I would say 3 stacks, because to me he kind of like birthed all like the Atlanta scene.
Yeah. It's tough, man. Like when you're thinking about like
Snoop up there, but Snoop doesn't write verses sometimes for sure.
Yeah,
he'll have whole verses that weren't wrote by him, but he came in the game writing verses.
Yeah, and he definitely has legendary albums that will never get old. So I'm not mad at adding Snoop and having Snoop in the top 5.
So you can have Snoop. That's no, so we're not adding Snoop because you from LA.
Oh,
okay.
Because you. Well, yeah. See, I mean, you were the one that wanted. Like, you were like, I wasn't gonna argue with it if you wanted to put Snoop in there.
It was a
but
trap.
like,
it was a trap.
Okay. all right.
It was a trap. See,
I mean, Kendrick from LA too.
So. Kendrick is from LA, but like Kendrick is he's done bigger things than Snoop in terms of dropping albums. That's what I'm saying. The whole Billboard record with Damn, like ain't nobody's done that. Pulitzer Prize, nobody's done that.
Yeah.
Like Wayne and Jay, like Wayne got a Diamond album. I think the Carter 3 is probably Diamond, I'm sure.
Yeah. And Wayne has put out fucking like just off mixtapes alone, like Wayne has 5 like quality, I would say just like dope ass mixtapes where because like Wayne, like he started that trend of just taking somebody's beat and just rip, like nobody does that anymore because now it's probably disrespectful.
He didn't start that trend. Ice Cube, I could put Ice Cube up there, but Ice Cube sucks now. But like Ice Cube was really jacking for beats.
Yeah, true.
You know what I'm saying? Like, that fool was really disrespectful back in the day. And he wrote all of his raps, still writes all of his raps.
And probably wrote most of NWA stuff, like so.
Yeah, so I could kind of put I think we should put Ice Cube up there.
Yeah, and he was a part of my consideration too.
Yeah.
I just didn't know because like because his era was kind of short-lived, so like the longevity isn't there for Ice Cube. Like he had this like a pocket that he was just dominating. But then after that, when he started making family movies, it was when he started dipping into the movie industry. Like that's probably when like he's like, I can get this. Yeah. So.
Because he don't talk about like the 5% shit he was talking about back in the day.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The real shit that he was talking about back in the day. So yeah, no, I really fuck with Ice Cube. So I could put him in that top 5 for sure.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I put Eminem as an honorable mention for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, like with Eminem, like you could say his numbers are a bit inflated just because he's just different. Like the first like white rapper with that kind of ability, like he just had like a huge market of different people. Like so he didn't only have, you know, the normal hip hop community listening to him, like he brought an entire new audience into hip hop with him. And so like that's why his numbers are insane, but he also has the ability, and like so that's why like I can understand why you put him as like an honorable mention. But like I still think he deserves to be in the top 5.
Yeah, you know, his numbers are better than everybody's.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Numbers are better than everybody's. Definitely innovative. Definitely innovative.
Yeah, man, crazy shit.
Stupid longevity, stupid authenticity. I understand, like, you know, like he's just like he's one of the best. It's just I never listened to Eminem ever. So
it's because like
for me, it's just like I couldn't do it
because we can't
never listen to him,
because we really can't relate to his content at all. Like that's where it's hard. Like I can appreciate his ability, but like I can't really be like, yeah, damn, I feel that. Like I can just be like, when he has a crazy bar, I'll be like, damn. But then like there's nothing that he can like say that I'm just gonna like feel in my soul, you know?
He had, like I like Slim Shady. That was about the only song I really, but I was like, what was like 6 when that came out? And that was when I really liked it because I was 6 in the back seat. Like, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Like you never seen a white person before.
Right. You know what I'm saying? I was in the back seat, like, this is hilarious. You know what I mean? But yeah, he's just, and I've heard him rap, you know what I mean? Like when he does like acapella, you can really, and he's like a battle rapper too. You know what I mean? That's how he came up, battle rapping. So it's like you can really respect that as well. But him making songs, like he's probably the best battle rapper ever. I'll give him that. I don't think anyone would ever want to battle Eminem ever.
Yeah, nah, he'll rip you apart. But
yeah. Didn't somebody try to battle Eminem?
Like in an official battle rap, or they just got into beef with him?
Like beefs, like the diss.
Oh, Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, yeah. And he had a beef with Nick Cannon and Mariah Carey.
Yeah, but that's that was
that's not like a true rap battle. I mean,
right? He going against Eminem and Machine Gun Kelly.
Yeah,
these people have nothing to lose. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but
man, I mean, was there anyone that like dissed any good rappers that dissed him? I feel like
nobody wanted that problem. Like none of the like pop rappers are gonna want that problem.
Yeah, niggas went at Jay-Z though and won. That's what I'm saying. It said niggas went at Jay-Z and won. See, nobody would go at Kendrick in a rap battle. Nobody would go at Wayne in a rap battle. Nobody would go at 3 Stacks in a rap battle. Nobody would go at Cube in a rap battle. Nobody would go at Eminem in a rap battle. I might have to take out Jay-Z, bro. No,
damn. I mean,
because Jay-Z, you know.
I mean, but that just wasn't his, like, that's just not Jay-Z's style to rip to shit on another rapper, you know, like his
And
style is just bragging about how great he is,
the
you
other thing
know.
about Jay-Z though too that I might take him out because it's questionable that he writes his own stuff. Like there have been rumors that he does not write his own stuff.
Yeah, so that's where like I was like,
everyone else is like is guaranteed that no one's writing their stuff. You know what I'm saying?
yeah.
But Jay-Z is kind of like somebody
But I
write your
mean, with
stuff.
Jay-Z, like I feel like his longevity kind of outperforms that aspect, just because like,
No, but
I mean,
authenticity is a category, Mike. No,
I know it's a
authenticity is a
category, but like
category.
how heavy of a category is it? Like, are they all evenly split, or is like one thing?
To me as a rapper, I think it's big. I think it's one of the most important categories to me.
But I mean, it's just like out of however many albums Jay-Z has, if he had like somebody help him write like 2 or 3 songs, like does that like take away his authenticity when he has probably a discography of like over 200 songs or something like that? Like, I don't even know how many songs Jay-Z has, but like, it's like if
No,
it's such a small percentage of his music, then like I just feel like having someone ghostwrite one song for you isn't enough to just take away all of his authenticity, you know.
mm-hmm.
But like, and then like they said, they're rumors, so unless we can only go based on fact, and right now uh we have to say that he does, unless he comes, or like unless someone proves that he doesn't.
All right, I'll keep Jay-Z in there, and then
Yeah,
Eminem is very close. It's very close. For me, it's like Jay-Z and
yeah,
Eminem is like for me, it's like this.
oh, so they're like
It's a,
they're like 5 and 6 for
they're,
you.
for me, yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, got
Oh
it.
yeah. Yeah, no, Jay-Z is not the best rapper alive, in my opinion. No,
Got it.
no.
Damn. And this was actually pretty like, it wasn't too tough. Like there was like to do the
You
top
have
five.
Cole in your top five though.
I mean, I don't see what the problem is with that. Like he has the longevity, he has the numbers,
He just
he has
can't.
the authenticity.
Yeah,
Like you're saying, he doesn't quite have the innovation. I mean, that's fine, but like I feel like everything else kind of makes up for that, and like the fact that nobody can necessarily duplicate what he does. Like I feel like that
I
makes
think
him
he's
unique.
duplicating what other people do, but that's my opinion. I
Like
guess.
so, like from who though?
I heard a song where he sounded on the album. I haven't heard the entire album, but I've heard a few songs, and I heard one of the songs, and he sounds exactly like Roddy Ricch the entire song. He's copying the triplet flow that the Migos do. Like, yeah, he's like putting his own like, like rhymes to it, but then he'll like throw in like, just some weird rhyme about like choppers and selling drugs. I don't know if he really does that. He just like throw
Well, I
that
mean,
in there when like every now and again. I'm like, do you really do that though, bro? Are
he's
you really
not
about
saying
that?
he does it. He's talking about like what he's seen, like his
Mm,
he knows people that does that. Like that's kind of like what of his thing. Like he never says he did it. Like he even admits he like I never sold rock. Like he says it in his raps. Like he's honest about it. It's not like he's kind of like trying to say that he's someone that he's not. Like he's just witnessed. He's like telling the stories of things that he's seen.
I see.
Like people like that he grew up with, and like where they went wrong kind of in life, or not where they went, yeah, like where they went wrong in life.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean that's why like I gotta put him there. Like
Mm-hmm. I be getting the impression sometimes that he be talking about himself in some of
nah, like
some of his lyrics.
I never get that off of him. Like
Mm-hmm.
to me, like all of his, like he's been from the jump, like he's had, like he said he's not really, he was never really about that life. Like what song is that? I'm drawing a blank on it. But yeah, I mean he's honest about it. Like
Trying to blank on the song. That's what I'm saying.
I mean, like like the lyric popped in my head, but then like
uh,
it went out. But yeah, man,
yeah,
like
yeah. No, J. Cole for sure writes all this stuff. I give him
yeah.
that.
So
I'll definitely give him that. But I feel like he he steals other people's flows.
Okay.
And
Maybe I just don't have the quite the ear.
Yeah, I don't think anybody
to
else on this list really steals other people's flows like that, like how he does.
All right.
That's my opinion.
But like I guess that's a knock on innovation, is what you're saying.
Yeah, I don't think he's very innovative. I I need to re-listen to some of his stuff because I thought he wasn't really being authentic sometimes when he was talking about like drugs and guns and stuff. But definitely has the longevity now. You know, I definitely give him that. He's been like over 10 years. Definitely got the numbers, but I feel like that's because of accessibility in this new age.
Well, I mean, but then you can say that about Kendrick too, because they came up at the same time. Like, except like accessibility, like, I mean,
yeah, you could definitely say about Kendrick, but Kendrick has done things that no other person has ever done before. I think like Billboard doesn't have to do with like the radio.
I don't even know how Billboard decides who's the top.
I thought that had to do with like the like radio plays and stuff. But
maybe.
But also like winning a Pulitzer Prize, things like that. I feel like that's why Kendrick is just like set in there. Like you can't deny.
So are you you're putting Kendrick number 1 in your top 5, which I would not be mad at. Like
top 5 rap? No, I put Wayne up there. No.
Okay, yeah.
No. I put Wayne above Kendrick.
Got it. All right, man. Well, we put our list together. I thought it was a good combo.
Yeah.
But there really wasn't much to like. We obviously we had the debate around Cole, but like all the other ones, like it was just kind of like obvious. Like there was the J. Cole and Eminem were like the ones that we kind of weren't in agreement on, but the other ones were just like sure things, like no question.
Yeah.
So
Would you put
like
Ice Cube is like your 6?
He's definitely in the. Yeah, he'd probably be 6.
So like people
6 or
alive,
7.
right? Yeah.
Yeah, because like they're just. I don't know, man. Maybe I'm trying to think of other rappers and like they just don't have the same. Like they just don't have the same impact as the guys that we mentioned.
Right.
And it's weird to me. Like I feel like, well, I guess we're missing a big one, but he's a very big one. But I guess
Drizzy?
he's missing. Yeah, I guess you're saying that he's missing. I guess you're saying he's missing the authenticity. But I mean, that was Meek Mill. Like, so how many of his songs do you think that he doesn't write?
He's been killed in rap battles, Mike. He's been absolutely Duppy freestyle, Mike.
I mean, well, that was one that was against Pusha T. Like that was against a nigga who like really about this life. Like
that's fine, but then like ain't nobody on this list losing to Pusha T in a battle.
Yeah, but I mean, like that's just because like Pusha T just had like a crazy amount of dirt on him though, that like shit that you wouldn't expect about Drake.
But that's fine, but like Drake could have. Like these people might not have had dirt on Pusha T, but they would still say something doper than what Drake said.
Like, I mean, you can take away, like, you can give Drake a knock on authenticity, but like he has the longevity, definitely has the numbers.
Yeah.
Like he's every single one of his albums. I mean, he's kind of like bit off of.
I don't know. Yeah, he's been off so many people.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like, no, I cannot put. Honestly, I don't even like Drake's not even like that crazy. Of like, he's a good rapper, great rapper, technically great rapper, but I prefer his like island vibey, like his vibey songs, like when he's like just trying to like like be like vibey more so than he's trying to rap.
I feel it, but I mean, like it's just with Drake, like the numbers and longevity are just huge for him. Like those are like huge like factors in him. Like even though he may be a little bit weaker on, and like with innovation, like to be a rapper and singer, like that
No,
kind of
we're
like
just talking about rap right now.
okay. So I guess that's where Drake loses in the rap conversation.
Yeah, we're just
Right.
talking about rap. We're just talking about rap. That's what I'm saying. As a musician or whatever, like a entertainer, Drake's one of the greatest entertainers of all time. Hands
Yeah,
down,
easy.
hands down, hands down, one of the greatest entertainers of all time. But like as a rapper, no,
Yeah. Okay. I agree with that.
no, no.
Show. Is there to see who's maybe we should talk about like some up and comers that could get into that top five if their labels let them. I think somebody who might be there, and I think you will agree with me, is Isaiah Rashad.
No,
No, you don't think so?
no.
Like if like I just feel like if he with him being in TDE, like it's kind of like he's always going to be in
He should
Kendrick's
get.
shadow.
You're right. He need to get the fuck out of TD. You're right. No, yeah,
Yeah,
that's astute.
because he put out two very high quality albums.
Yep.
But it's just like I feel like they were innovative, they were different. And I'm pretty sure everyone in TDE writes their own shit. All the rappers in TDE write their own shit. So like he could like I'd put him in just like my personal top 10.
Sylvia
Like
demo is
just like
ridiculous.
well, we listened to that album together on repeat a lot.
Man.
like
Nah, there was some
like I
great
still
albums.
listen to that shit.
There were some great albums coming out when we were in college, bro. Like
Yeah.
some
What
great,
a
great
time.
albums. Man, that came out when we were in college.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. It just feels like I just feel like the music industry it's not hitting quite as hard right now. Like maybe it's just like it's just the times, like we're just not out, but I just feel like we're not hearing like the hits aren't really like coming out like that anymore.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Like there's not that many like
I think
rappers that are
I think it's because of the pandemic though.
yeah. Because
Because
like oh yeah, all the like trap rappers like you got to listen to them like in a club environment, and since
yeah, I think a lot of rappers are working really hard, but yeah, they don't want to put out their music without the environment to go with it because that's what makes the music is when you hear that song, where were you at? You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
We always think
exactly.
about like what were we doing? Where were we at when we heard this song? So if the environment isn't a part of the music, if people are just at home, not turning up, not really feeling the music, you know what I mean, while they're listening to it,
Yeah.
not doing something while they're listening to this music, it doesn't have the same effect. So I understand that.
Yeah, and that's probably I'm pretty sure Kendrick has like an album ready to drop because I saw him in 2019 at a festival, and he said he was in 2020 he was going to be back, but then he didn't come back. So I'm assuming it's because of the pandemic.
Right.
So hopefully we'll be hearing something from Kendrick very soon.
Right. I think so, man. I think it's just the pandemic. People want the world to open up so that people can have experiences tied to their music. And then not only that, but you have the whole performance aspect. People want to be able to perform it in front of
Yeah.
crowds.
Yeah, because man, seeing Kendrick
That's really
live,
what. Yeah, that's probably what really keeps the artist inspired.
yeah, like that shit gave me fucking goosebumps when he fucking performed Money Trees. I was like, whoa, this shit's crazy.
Yeah.
But yeah, definitely.
Well, for sure, man. This is a good episode, man. We were
Yeah, I
very,
enjoyed it.
yeah, man,
It
very technical, man. Very technical about this argument.
it felt like we were just chopping it up. Like
Yeah, man. Back in the day, man, just talking about these albums, man, because it's really cool what these rappers do, man. They really shape the culture of the world. You know what I
mhm.
mean? They're super impactful people, and we really need to really understand that they deserve their due, man. They're really here for us. So
Like they made hip hop like the biggest, like in my opinion, it's got to be the biggest genre in the world. Like
mhm.
I don't feel like people are really listening. I mean, maybe EDM is
I think it's the
huge,
number
but
one export in the United States. Is
yeah,
well, is music in general, but hip hop being the most popular in the United States.
yeah, easily.
Mm.
Because like hip hop, and anybody can, because like even like the EDM crowd can fuck with hip hop because the beats are insane. Like like that, the EDM crowd just loves the feel of the beat. But
But
so
that
like
comes
hip
from hip
hop,
hop. But that comes from hip
yeah,
hop.
yeah, it comes from hip hop. Like so, yeah, man, it's crazy how this genre of music has like developed over the years for like, and also like the young, like probably the youngest genre of music.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, but I mean,
so
everything comes from something else. Like I don't even let me not
yeah,
take away from EDM because like hip hop
yeah,
came from like blues and like and
hmm
jazz and like a whole bunch of different elements of music. So it's always evolving, and it is gonna be cool to see like what some of these kids do, man, coming up. We gotta like watch and be objective, man. Look at the numbers and make sure they are authentic and see if people are copying them. Cause shit, man, look at like Uzi, bro. Like
yeah. That's what I
I
was
don't
just
really
thinking
listen to
about.
Uzi. I don't really listen to Uzi. You know what I'm saying? But when I do listen
Yeah,
to Uzi, like I'm like, damn, he's really spitting. But he's
yeah. Like
really, but he's
he brought in a
really
whole new wave.
right. That's what I'm saying. He's really like, I mean, he's a Wayne son, kind of. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm
But he also is a little bit more innovative as well. Uh, I I didn't even get my personal top five yet. My personal top five got Future in it.
I knew you would have
My personal
future.
top five got Future in it because I'm like, bro, this dude, he's like really innovative as well. Like people are really copying him.
Yeah,
And I don't,
had
I
like
don't, I don't think he's a Wayne, like like descendant. I think he's in the Dungeon family, so he's more like an outcast descendant.
hmm
Uh,
yeah. No,
so,
I mean future. He's had some of the biggest hits in the world. Like so,
yeah,
he's definitely like numbers wise, he's there.
yeah, but I'll still put
You
him
know,
personal.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, but all right, man. Well, I'm gonna get up out of here, man. Looks like the Warriors handling business. You know what I'm
So,
saying? Getting ready for that play-in. All right, we're gonna talk
oh
about
man.
that. We're gonna do the playoff preview next week. That's what we'll do
Uh,
next week.
so next week we'd probably have to go record on like a Sunday because I'm gonna be in Maui next week.
Yeah,
So
let's do it. Yeah, let's do it on Sunday.
okay, yeah, I get back on Sunday, so that's probably the best time for me.
Wait, what? The playoffs start on the 22nd,
Yeah, so oh shit. So
so
I'll
it'll be the day after the playoffs.
oh yeah, that I come back. Yeah.
Or yeah, it'll be like
I'll be back on the 23rd.
okay, yeah. So let's do that. Let's do the 23rd.
All right.
Cool, cool, cool. All right, so we recorded on 23rd that episode, the playoff NBA playoff episode. Um, Playoffs will be underway. That will drop on the 26th. So y'all stay tuned into that. Thanks again for sticking with us, and we out.
Yep.
Peace.
Peace, y'all.